All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Iron Bowl week. Tony's there. I'm here, and we got some very special guests coming to us on the show. So without further ado, hey, let's enter the Tiger Den. This is C&T Talking Tigers. Let's go.
This is C&T Talking Tigers. We're talking Auburn football. It's what we do. Welcome to the Tigers.
Welcome back to another episode of C&T Talking Tigers. We're talking Auburn football is what we do. Of course, I'm Courtney Chandler. There's Tony Milford, my co-host there. We thank y'all so much for joining on this Black Friday, edition of C&T Talking Tigers. Of course, you're watching on Facebook, and make sure that you subscribe on Facebook to the channel C&T Talking Tigers, and also make sure you follow on IG C&T Talking Tigers. Tony, this is a big week or the big game tomorrow coming up, and of course we got some very special guests that is going to be joining us. So while I'm not going to pre-loan the do as we say pre-loan the show, that's going to bring on our guests. They've been on the show before. They are regulars here. They're regulars in the chat. So let's welcome on in. Welcome back to the show, Bubba and the old man back into the Tiger Den here, C&T Talking Tigers. That old man, hey, we appreciate y'all coming back in, man. What's going on?
Been
What's
too
up,
long.
Kinfolk?
What's up?
Well, there goes that. Well, there goes that Black Friday.
Yeah.
And there it is. There it is. I knew it was gonna start eventually. This going around between Tony and Bubba. No, but
Messed up,
hey,
dude.
I can't even believe we gonna start the show off talking about this.
Hey man, hey, before we get started though, we appreciate Bubba and the old man. They've been rocking with us since our infancy stage. I guess we're probably in our toddler stage now. You know what I'm saying? But from the very beginning, we've had support from Bubba and the old man, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We can't thank you. It doesn't do justice of the support we get from Bubba and the old man. We really appreciate them. They rock with us every week. And like I said, they've been rocking with us since the beginning of the time, man. Anytime we call on them, they're there in a heartbeat. So we appreciate you guys.
Man, we appreciate y'all having us.
Yeah. Just don't let me get emotional. All right.
you gonna have Bubba over here crying, Tony.
Yeah.
He trying not. He did
I'm
all
an
this
emotional
crying
guy.
last week.
The old man said he wanted a daughter.
Oh my God. So I can't. Like I said, I can't believe we got to talk about this. If you all follow us on Instagram, there's a reason why I didn't put the post of the game. I put the post out of the game every week. Last week, I was just in shock. I thought I was having a bad dream. So that's why I didn't get posted, because I thought I was living in a fantasy world. I thought I was in the Matrix, whatever you want to call it. Auburn news, New Mexico State, 31 wins. It's still talking about it. Which Bub and the old man, y'all guess, y'all talk about it. You know, how are y'all taking this? Because part of me is like trying to move on, and part of me is just like, this is still tough. This is still tough on the brother.
Well,
I'm going to defer to Bubba because I was in New Orleans last weekend. I didn't even watch it.
luckily he ain't
You
watching.
didn't want to watch
But-
it. Let's just put it that way.
Man, I can understand a loss in year one to New Mexico State. What I cannot understand is a 21-point loss in year one against New Mexico State.
Yeah.
And getting completely and totally decimated and dominated in time of possession and not forcing a single turnover, letting up over 200 yards, I believe, of rushing. And people continuously bring up Nick Saban's loss to Louisiana Monroe, but they doubled Louisiana Monroe in yards. The reason they lost that game was 3 turnovers. We didn't turn the ball over. And we still got our ass kicked. So,
Yeah.
21-point loss to New Mexico State is completely and totally unacceptable. The main people I put it on is mainly Ron Roberts and Philip Montgomery. Then, of course,
Yep.
you have to talk about the effort. There wasn't a ton of juice on the sideline. And that seems to be a cultural issue that has come over from years past. You look back to 2015 against Jacksonville State. You look back
Yeah.
to even the 2017 game against Mercer, I believe. 2021 against Georgia State and 2022 against San Jose State. We continuously find ourselves in these positions, but Gus recruited well enough to where it didn't matter
Yeah.
if we played like garbage. Now with the recruiting issues and the misses in the portal with Shane Hooks and Jair Shorter not being productive, and the talent gap being as big as it is between us and SEC teams, you can't waltz into a game with a bunch of 3-star starters and expect to just mull over people.
Mhm.
It just seems like that was the main issue. We didn't have enough juice to win this game. You can't.
It, I'm gonna go back to what I said since day one. Peyton Thorne is not that guy.
It's unfortunate because I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's in a bad situation with bad receivers, and he's a mediocre to below average quarterback.
Which means bad in Bubba terms.
In SEC, that's bad. That you
Yeah.
went mediocre to below average.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
I mean, I don't think this cat's had a 300-yard passing game.
What y'all think?
Tony?
Not at all. Not at all. He's not even. He's not even really close to. He's barely got 2,000 yards passing, so he definitely had a 300-yard game. I can agree with you. Peyton Thorne was not the answer. We took an average Big Ten quarterback and didn't particularly play to his strengths. I don't think. Which I mean, I don't know, but to compound on what Bubba said, you can't dole out blame to the assistants, to the top two coordinators on a game of like this when effort is in question. You have to start at the top when you lose a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Hugh Freeze deserves all of the blame for this game.
Absolutely.
You can't come off the momentum of you sticking your neck and your nose into things and taking all the credit for the turnaround in those last three games and then get to skate on this one. Nah, my boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, my boy. It's on you. For us to be what 6-4, 6-4 going into
Yeah.
that game
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
with a
64.
chance to have a 74 record going
Yep.
into the Iron Bowl on 4-game winning streak. You could not allow a letdown at home against the team that has a better record than you do. First of
Yep.
all,
Yep.
after
I
the show
100%
last
agree.
week, I went back and I was looking at New Mexico State because I don't know what I saw, but their record caught my eye. So I go and look at them, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be the win. This ain't gonna be the win we think it's gonna be.
No.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a tough. I was like, we should win, but it's probably gonna be probably a 14, maybe a 17-point game. With that 17 getting close in the fourth quarter, it's probably gonna be a tight game all the way through. The Mexico State really ain't too shabby. And
Yeah.
so, but it just crossed my mind after I went and looked at them. I was like, we might not just bludgeon them, but we should still win. Then to add on to what Bubba was saying, Gus was recruiting well enough for us to be better than the San Jose States and the Mercers. But when you have a gap in between that recruiting, when you say Gus's last 2 years compartmentalized or combined with Parsons' 2 years of recruiting, you get a team that can't just walk through New
Yep.
Mexico State.
100%.
You get a team that needs to be up ready to play a New Mexico State. You need a coaching staff that's ready to put together a game plan and their best effort against New Mexico State. Um, we were utterly dominated. The score got ugly in the fourth quarter. It was it was a close game, but it never it man, they had 23 first downs. We had 12, so they basically had
Yeah.
double what we had. Uh, One thing I've been preaching the whole season. Anybody who's listened to us for one episode, you've heard me say this for the entire season. Every episode, I harp on third downs for us and for them.
It's the difference
Yeah.
in the
When we
game.
do a good when we do a good job on third downs, we win. When we do a lousy job on third down, we lose. So it was 31-10. Third down, we were 2 for 10.
Yep.
They were 6 for 12. They were 2 for 2 on fourth down. So on downs when they had to have it, and we had to get them off the field, they were 8 for 14, and we were 3 for 12.
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
was
They
absurd.
They
were
had
50%.
They had 414 yards to our 213. That should have been the other way around.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
They only had 201 yards passing. That's it. But we only had 148, which for the whole season, we've thrown the ball like a junior high school team. Not even a high school team, a junior high school team. A junior varsity football team has been our passing game. We throw it like we're Army and Navy or somebody.
Yes.
Like we're Paul what was his name? What was my boy up there, Georgia Tech?
Paul
Phil.
Johnson.
Paul Johnson. Like we was
Yeah,
Paul
Paul
Johnson.
Johnson.
A lot of
Like we
respect
was
for that
Paul
dude.
Johnson at Georgia Tech. And I think even Reggie Ball them threw it better than that.
Yeah.
They ran this is what really 23-12 first down, they doubled us. They was 50% on third down, we were barely 20%. They were perfect on fourth down. They had 200 more yards than us total. But this is where we lost that game. We had 65 yards rushing. Even with that 65-yard rushing, we still average 194 on the ground. So that should tell you how well we've ran the ball all season. And against a New Mexico State, going into the Iron Bowl, coming off a 3-game winning streak, we ran for 65 funky ass
I
yards.
bet.
Meanwhile, New Mexico State ran for 213 yards.
That's embarrassing, man.
It is.
Absolutely
We
embarrassing.
we got ran over, around, and through by New Mexico State
They did whatever they wanted to.
Yep.
in
Couldn't stop any of it.
football.
They made their quarterback look like he was like a Heisman candidate. And
It
Yeah.
looked like Baker
100%.
Mayfield.
And what's so bad? They had 9 penalties for 75 yards. But guess what? So the fuck did we?
Yep.
embarrassing.
So did we. So we couldn't even when they tried to help us, we just turned around and got the ball and hurt ourselves.
Yep.
Yep.
So not only could we convert, we couldn't even convert a third down, couldn't run the ball. We couldn't stop making penalties. We had 1 sack Saturday. They had 4.
Embarrassing.
We got bullied. They beat us in every single way possible.
We got tossed around. Diego Pavia. Never heard of him before. Will never hear of him again. With 68% and 3 touchdowns and not a nary turnover.
Nope. We had opportunities.
He ain't even
to turn
get
it.
sacked.
He hit us harder than we hit them.
He ain't even get sacked, I don't think, in the game. I don't think they
Man.
No, we had one. We had one shit.
it won one that we remember.
Nope.
It won a memorable one.
I think it was probably
It
Marcus.
was pretty embarrassing. The effort and the everything that was put on that field Saturday in front of our home crowd, who is one of the best in the nation. Man, we did not deserve that.
They deserve it.
Players, coaches, everybody on staff, everybody who feed them, whoever drove them from Montgomery to Auburn. Everybody deserves a kick in the ass for last Saturday.
Yeah. The saddest part about it is, and when we knew we were about to get ragdolled, was when their quarterback just slammed Nehemiah Pritchett and nobody put hands
That's
on
what I
him.
said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Nobody.
He hit us harder than we hit anybody on their team.
Man,
Yeah.
it was. How do you not get a punch off in that situation? How do you not throw a punch in that situation?
I'm
And I
talking
don't
about
even blame
rock
him for
bottom.
doing it.
That man rock bottom Nehemiah Pritchett. Nehemiah Pritchett need to eat some more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something. Cause that man picked him up like he was a little baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
He picked him up. He picked Nehemiah Pritchett up like, you need your diaper change. Oh, you stink. And just slam the shit out of him. Oh man, you know what I'm talking about? You picked Bubba up before when you was like,
Yeah.
"Why did you boo boo?" Oh God, no, you just wanted to do the same thing. You wanted to drop him so fast, but you know what I'm saying. I believe a couple of times you dropped him on his head.
Yeah.
But you know that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. That's another story for another time.
Yeah. DHR ain't watching us, so it's okay.
It don't matter. He's 20 now. They can't do shit.
Nope.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
the zoo would come for Bubba before DHR came for us.
That's right.
But man, yeah, last week was embarrassing. Don't know how we flipped the switch, the proverbial switch from going in thinking we God's gift to the world because we won 3 games against. And remember, I said that I said, man, the coaching and the schedule. I didn't know if it was more this coaching that had us looking better or if it was the schedule that had us looking better. Because it was in those 3 games that we won. It was, if I'm not mistaken, Mississippi State,
Yep. Vandy.
Arkansas, and Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Yeah, we went Mississippi State, Vandy, Arkansas. The 3 worst
The
teams in the
bottom three,
conference.
3 worst teams in the conference, and we couldn't even beat, New Mexico State.
Right. It was. I didn't watch it. I texted Bubba.
He was.
I don't know. I guess what about second quarter?
Yeah.
And said, "Why the hell are we losing?" And he just sent me back in bold letters, playing like trash.
Well, man, it was a total lack of effort. Me and Brittany, we was out last week, man, and we was all decked out in our Auburn gear. We was out, running errands, and I'm listening to the game, and I'm like, "What the hell am I hearing?
Yep.
Like, why does it sound like that?" I didn't even want to watch it when I got home. I had heard enough to where I didn't want to see it. And then when I did look at it, I was like, "This is terrible."
Yeah, I didn't look at it.
I watched it while I was at work.
I
And,
watched it.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be something smooth and easy to watch while I got done my package. I was like, oh, I get to watch the Auburn game. I get to watch them blow out somebody before we go into the Iron Bowl. Because me and Tony predicted last week Auburn's gonna drop 50, and I was like, I'm okay to see how they're gonna play.
I bought into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, check it out, man. You was only 40 off.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
For the other team,
The Mexico State, the one I almost dropped 50.
drop 50 on us. Yeah. And I said at one point I think I texted Tony. It's like, bruh, do we have to do a show like next week? Because I didn't even want to do a show.
Man, I didn't even want to go into work and deal with them Alabama fans.
I mean,
But it was rough, man.
I mean, you can't say nothing back.
Nope.
Not off of that.
That's the best go back you got.
They wanted it more. That's all you can say. They wanted it more.
And to Tony's point, that's exactly 100% on Hugh. It's his job. He's paid $6.5 million to motivate this team and keep them ready. And I know for a fact he was telling them this was an important game. But like I said in my video, you have to get them ready. It's not something where you can just put it off on them.
Right.
That pissed me off in the presser when he was saying, the players weren't motivated. At the end of the day,
Why not, Mr. Motivator? You the coach.
Yeah,
Right.
Bingo.
it's his damn job. It's a
Bingo.
part of the job. It's your
Bingo.
job to keep these kids motivated. If we all four of us show up to our jobs, we don't do our jobs, we can't just pin it on somebody else.
No,
And we're not getting paid $6.5 million.
nowhere close.
Man,
No.
look. When you're in a results-oriented business, your job is to make sure that you get those results.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
Man, they should have had them running stadiums at halftime with the way we played in the first half. Get them motivated. You got to do something.
They should have got cussed out. Why? Because why are we down 10-7 in at halftime? Like that should have been a cussing out, like flipping tables over
Yeah.
to wake somebody up. I mean, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If they would have, even if they would have maybe won by a little bit, I wouldn't have focused on this game talking about it as much as I am right now. I was
No.
like,
Right.
hey, they sleepwalking on it, or they thinking ahead, but they still put out a win. I would have been as disturbed by it, but the flat out lose and then the news by 21,
21.
that's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Auburn fans deserve more. Just the whole program as a whole deserves more
Yes.
to watch something like that. And I know we talk about recruiting. I know we saying we got guys that are coming in, but to have to show that on a tape to a recruit, that shouldn't even be something that you want to talk about to a recruit and say, hey,
Yes.
we got you, and this wouldn't happen. Like it shouldn't happen if we did or we didn't have them. Like I wouldn't even want to even bring that up. I would rather is we would have lost to an SEC team by 21, no matter what it was. I'm like, okay, it's an SEC team because SEC
Right.
every week, but
Yeah.
it's a Sun Belt team. Yes, New Mexico State's in the Sun Belt, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Correct?
believe so. I believe they moved from independent to Sun Belt.
Yes. So Troy University, shout out to my alma mater, is better than New Mexico State.
Yes.
So how in God's
They lost to UMass.
They lost to UMass, and we know how bad UMass was.
Yes.
So
Hey, UMass at the beginning of the year gave them a little scare.
and they did.
Yeah.
Me and Bubba
42.
was at that game.
42. That's still too close. Man.
Man, I tell you, man. Like I said, that was pretty embarrassing. We all know we deserve better. That's just a total lack of effort. And like you saying, Courtney, you don't go to a recruit and saying, "Hey, yeah, see, man, that's why you got to come. We need you so we can take out New Mexico State." Like
It's
what?
not exactly the greatest pitch.
No, it's
What?
nowhere near.
Horrible pitch. It's a
I mean,
horrible
Yeah,
pitch.
that ain't it.
We
I
got
mean,
some comments.
you trying to flip Cam Coleman, and you go out there and lay an egg against New Mexico State.
While he's in attendance. Which he didn't
Wha-
change
what-
anything with Cam.
What are you going
luckily.
to tell him? You're the missing piece to beat New Mexico State.
On that one,
I
that
mean,
Right.
did not change his recruitment at all. We're still good on him.
well, I understand that, but I mean, it
It
don't help that.
Just in general, yeah, just in general. It don't look. And like I
It don't
told
look
Courtney,
good to anybody.
but like I told Courtney, and I'm with Bubba on that. That right there ain't gonna change the recruitment of Cam. Only thing gonna make sure we lock Cam in if we make sure that money right.
Right.
Make sure you
Long the
keep
money
doing
right, Cam gonna come on. Cam gonna come on down. But I tell you what, and like I told Courtney, if this was anything but year one, Hugh Free would have got fired Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday night, Sunday morning, Hugh Free would have been a fired ass.
He wouldn't.
Yep.
He wouldn't have been walked back to the locker room.
No.
If he
it'd
would've
been
lost
a
that
Lane
game-
Kiffin Tarmac situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he would have lost that game last week in year two or any year after this year, oh, you got to go, bud.
Yep.
You got to go. But like I said, they went in sleepwalking. They feeling themselves. Thought New Mexico State was just gonna lay down and let them have it. And the only thing New Mexico did was let them have it. They forgot to lay down part.
Yep.
Man, you,
Cause
you
they gave
feeling yourself after a win over Mississippi State, fired their head coach, Vanderbilt, trash, Arkansas probably fixing to fire their head coach.
fixing to fire their head coach.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, come
Yeah.
on
Hell,
now. How can you
they got
feel?
a
You ain't for real beat nobody.
they got an offensive line coach as a head coach, man. They ain't quit scaring nobody.
Man,
No.
he got a jukebox in the locker room. What you talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
They got the
His
they
best
got the
run.
in jukebox.
Exactly.
Man, we
Let's get into some comments before we kind of keep going. Cam Bell, who's another one of our faithful listeners. What's up on Cam? He said, I honestly don't think we game plan for New Mexico State at all. We treated this like a bye week and thought we could beat them off talent alone. Yep,
Uh,
that's exactly what happened.
I can agree with that, Cam. That's a pretty fair
I can't
assessment because that's what it looked like.
it
I
did
can't
look like that.
argue with it.
Keon Meadow, he was laughing at something. Then he put this for. He's like, I guess they was thinking about Alabama.
They
Yep,
better have been. They
Would have
better
been
have given
some.
Bama everything they got. You
yep.
can't lose to New Mexico State and get blown out by Bama.
They Conference USA.
Oh,
Conference
So about the
USA.
same.
same shit.
It's about the same. Because
Uh,
Sunbelt and some
Instead of instead of instead of with Troy, they with UAB.
yeah,
yeah, man, it's just embarrassing, man. But listen, and I sent this to Tony, and I put this in actually one of the Auburn group chats because I didn't know how to take this. When we lose football games, I kind of get over them after like a
yeah.
few hours or so. But this one, it stuck with me, and I prayed. I was like, Lord, I don't know. Like, is there something different about this particular game? So hopefully this encouraged, our Auburn fans. After I say this, we'll talk about the Alabama game. But it says, to our Auburn family, I put nation, but I got corrected a couple times. Auburn family, dear Auburn fans, we have been down this road before. The loss to New Mexico State, 31-10, was disappointing and upsetting for many of us. This loss comes after a week of momentum, like beating Arkansas, becoming bowl eligible, and strong recruiting. As a true Auburn fan, for 19 years, I've experienced some heartbreaking losses in our program history, like the route to USC that they did to us in 2003, losses to at home to USF and Mississippi State in 2007, the entire 2012 season, and the comeback from Mississippi State in 2021 are just a few moments that were extremely tough for me as a fan. But Saturday's loss to New Mexico State has been one L that is hard to understand. So for the past few days, I've been asking God, why is it so hard to shake this loss, and what lesson can be taken away from it? So during study, he led me to this particular verse, Genesis 1, 2 through 3, which reads, Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. So here's the revelation. Auburn family, we are experiencing dark times, but we must speak light in this darkness. So I know that may be hard for many of us, especially with what we look like, but speaking light can only drive out darkness. So what does speaking light mean? Speaking light means continuing to support the team. Speaking light means showing support for our program. Speaking light means praying for our coaches and players. And most of all, speaking light means saying that better will come. Light represents life. Corinthians 4:17-18 says, For our light affliction, which is only but for a moment, is working for us as a far more exceeding and external weight of glory, while we do not look for the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For things which are seen are temporary, but things which are not seen are eternal. Auburn family, this darkness is only for a moment because I believe our light is coming. So without further ado, let's talk about Alabama. Let's talk about the light. Let's move forward, guys.
I think I just caught the Holy Ghost.
That that is gonna be tough.
The doors of the church is open, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we gotta have some type of encouragement. So let's
So
just move
look,
forward.
man, let's so we know we got Bama coming in, man. we do a little breakdown of the totality. We're coming in. We're 6-5. They're 10-1. Texas came into Tuscaloosa and beat them. They've had a couple of other games that could have went either way. They struggled on the road with South Florida when they were playing with their quarterbacks. Um, to me, Lane Kiffin always wets the bed when he plays Alabama.
Yeah.
Lane,
Yeah.
he just nuts up when he plays Alabama. I felt like Ole Miss was going to beat them and should have beat them, but Lane messes it up every time. But
Yeah.
individually,
Every time.
individually, Milrow is who's not a very good quarterback in my humble opinion, but who
I'm
am
with you
I?
on that one.
2,200 yards, well, 20, just not even 2,300 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, 6 picks. He's added an extra 332 yards on the ground with 12 touchdowns. The 12 touchdowns are huge. He doesn't have a huge number of yards rushing. I think he might be the second or third leading rusher on the team. Probably the second, because I think maybe that Roydell Williams cat might be the second leading rusher, but he's maybe third, maybe second, third leading rusher. But that 12 touchdown leads the team. He's going to get it in the 25 and in. You can look for some type of quarterback design run, or you should have somebody keep an eye on him. Eugene Asante, hint, hint, because he is going to drop back, not see anything after his first read, and he's going to go. Because
Yeah.
after that first read, he ain't that good at going to his second and his third, and even the check down. He ain't that guy. That
Nope.
first read
No.
ain't there. He gone. As the
Yeah.
man in Southside Selma, when I used to referee high school football, as the man in Southside Selma, we used to say over the intercom, he loose.
Yes.
He
Yes.
loose.
Mildew.
So
Jalen
yeah,
Mildew is 110%. One read, pull it down and
and
run.
go. That's right.
If that one
But
read is not there, he's gone.
go.
Jesus, man.
Now, he does hold the ball a little too long, if you ask me, and that's going to be good for us. He will take some unnecessary sacks and chances with holding the ball, trying to wait for something to come open or look for a lane. So we should be able to do good in that. Uh, as far as on the ground, the McClellan guys, 737 yards, 6 touchdowns is the leading back, as opposed to us with Jarquez, who's got 772 and 7 touchdowns. Of course, PT1, 14 touchdowns, 7 picks. Sounds horrible. But he's added an extra 463 yards on the ground, but he's only added in 3 touchdowns as opposed to Mildews. I like Mildew from
Yeah.
the old man. Yeah,
Mildew.
Mildew. Yeah. Uh, he's added 12 touchdowns, but Peyton Torrance only added 3, but he's got like 130 more yards than Peyton on the ground. Their leading receiver, I think Jermaine Burton, only 642 yards and 6 touchdowns. Well, our leading receiver only has 350 yards. That is
Yes.
good old Rivaldo. Rivaldo's got 6 touchdowns as well as Jermaine Burton, their leading receiver at Alabama.
Mhm.
Now he gonna catch some touchdowns. He might not have a whole lot of yards. Rivaldo will have 5 catches for 14 yards, and 3 of them gonna be touchdowns.
Yes.
He just has a way to get to the end zone.
He
Always
does.
He
does.
gonna get in that end zone.
Yes.
Their second leading rusher, their next leading receiver, they're not a very talented offensive team. They don't have a lot of yards
No.
in the air. They're not very dynamic on the outside, if you ask me. There's no Michi, there's no Jameson Williams, there's no Amari Cooper, the Julios,
No
Jerry
Calvin
Judy,
Ridley.
Devontae
Devontae,
Smith.
no Devontae Smith, no Henry Ruggs, no Calvin Ridley, none of that.
No.
So this is, what I'm saying? But I give Bama this. They average 36.5 points a game, where we only average 27.5. So it's basically about 36, 37 points a game, where we're at 27, 28. They only give up 17 points a game, where we give up 21. Uh, they average 405 yards a game. We're about 357. They average about 230 yards a game passing. We only average 163. They average 176 on the ground, where we average an impressive 194. Even with a 65-yard performance last week, we still put close to 200 yards on the ground every week.
Can't do
And a
nothing else.
humongous difference. A humongous difference. Bama is 50% on third down, and we're 34%. So we have to be above average offensively on third down, and we have to step it up defensively on third down because they're a 50% team usually because they're probably getting a lot of short down situations and they're running or
Yeah.
they're a short play action game or a quick passing game because they don't have very far to go. The lead interceptor is Terrion Arnold and not Kool-Aid McKinstry. Terrion Arnold's got 3 picks. Our leading guy is Jalen. Jalen's got 4. You would think Dallas Turner, 2 big names, Kool-Aid and Dallas Turner, the big names here. But as you see, Terrion Arnold leads the team in picks, and Chris Braswell leads the team in sacks with 7. Marcus Harris leads us with 6. Bama has 32 sacks and 10 picks on the year. We have 26 sacks and 11 picks on the year.
Yeah.
So we can statistically, it sounds like statistically we should lose this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this isn't your average football game.
Nope.
No, sir, it's not.
Not at all.
This divides a whole state.
Yes, sir.
This divides every county within that state. This divides families. This divides households. This divides workplaces. You're either on the right side or you're on the left side.
Well,
You're either on the right side. You're either on the right side or you're for Alabama. I put
you're
it
either
that
on the
way.
right side or the wrong side, is the way I put it.
Yep.
The dark
Yeah,
or the
and
light.
the right side would be us, and the other side is Alabama.
That's the wrong
There's no in
side.
between. There's no in between. You either War Eagle or you know what I'm saying? Those
You
other
that
3
other.
words. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a Star Wars analogy. You either a Sith or you a Jedi. And we
Yep.
Jedi.
I don't know what the
You
fuck
don't know
none
what
of
that
that,
is.
man.
You don't know what that is, Tony. 'Cause I
I'm
can't.
gonna say the
I don't
Jedi.
know either,
I'm
but it
gonna
sounded
hopefully
cool, so I'm gonna roll
I'm
with
gonna
it.
hold the Jedi. I'm gonna hold the Jedi might be the good because they used that in a couple of the movies. I remember,
Yeah.
Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
What I missed?
That might have been the last Star Wars movie I watched back when I was a child. But I appreciate you, Courtney. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I would mess with you, Courtney, and say it's like the Q's and the alphas. I ain't gonna do you like that.
Don't
I
do
don't
that.
want to tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. It's like the alphas. It's like the alphas and the kappas. You could be the alpha, and it's like the kappas is the other guys. Don't nobody really like. Who really like kappas? Why you gonna be a kappa? Kappa bring the girls out, but we can make Alabama Sigmas. We can make Alabama Sigmas. Don't we? Because nobody wants to be a Sigma. Who really grows up want to be a Sigma?
Tony, you
I'm
wrong.
just saying, I ain't even in no 9. But if I was, it would only be 7 because I wouldn't want to be a Sigma, and I wouldn't want my old lady to be a Zeta.
There you go.
Tony, you wrong for
There
that.
you go.
Cam, did you hear that?
Woo,
Cam, did you
woo.
hear that?
I ain't coming no Sigma because he ain't gonna want like I show no more. But anyway, when this back to the subject at hand, bruh. Bro, look, check this out though. I'm just saying, man, in this game right here, hey, look, we beat these cats a couple years ago, and a sister killed her sister.
Yeah, true.
A
It's true.
sister killed her other sister. And I ain't talking about 2 black girls. I'm talking about their mama and daddy were the same.
Yeah.
Them type of sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You can die. You can get your tail whooped. You can probably lose your job, your old lady, you and your family. Hey, this game is real. Hey, this game is real, man. And funny things happen on the plains
Yeah, that's
They
true.
do.
in this game. Oh boy, it's some strange things go on the plains when
Yes,
Auburn
sir.
and Alabama link up. Especially, and it don't even matter the time. It could be the night game. It could be the 2:30 game. I'm talking about from the kick 6 to who that was picked off Mac Jones. The ball bounced off Najee Harris back. Who
Jacoby.
that was?
Jacoby
Jacoby?
McClain.
Jacoby? Jacoby could not have it, tip the ball off his back, it go around his back. Jacoby just walk right into it. 102 yards for a touchdown.
Yes,
Things
sir.
like that. 4 overtime game. We ain't ever seen a 4. We ain't ever seen the handball go to overtime in the first place. Then go to 4 overtimes. You feel me? Bryce Young threw a beautiful pass to tie that game up, boy. I was mad at him, but boy, he dropped a dime in that boy.
He did.
I'm talking about right there, bread basket to tie that game up to send it to overtime. I never admitted this to this day, but that was a beautiful pass, man. Oh my God. I mean, you got to remember the Jed Stidham, them guys. We sacked Brody Coral 84 times one game in Auburn. You know what I'm saying? My boy, what was that little bit of running back we had a couple years ago? Truck Buddy knocked the helmet clean off.
Sean Shiver.
Sean Shiver. Things like that. When we're supposed to not have a chance, when we're not as good as those guys, and they come in beating their chest and feeling good, boy, when you get to Auburn, things just miraculously change.
They do.
Everything we've been through the whole year, all the adversity, all the losses, they all go out the window when these motherfuckers here come to town.
Yep.
But see, we gonna have a perfect game on defense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if we got to be perfect because they're not gonna have a perfect game on offense. We got to stop the run.
That's the big thing.
Yeah,
if we can stop the run, now if we stop the run and we make that 2nd and down, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, that 3rd down, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 or longer. Oh boy, we in the game then. I take my chances all day with Jalen Milroe. Exactly. That's why I say it ain't got to be perfect. We just got to be. If we can stop the run, if we can slow the run down and make them have to work on 2nd and long and 3rd and 6 or longer.
Yeah.
We can get them on 2nd and 3rd and long. This is where that New Mexico State going 6 for 12. That shit can't happen. We gotta have Alabama looking 2 for 10 on 3rd down, 3 for 14. We gotta have Bama has to have a 1 for 4 3rd down conversion rate for us to, and if we can do something like that, 4 for 16, 5 for 20. So if we can get them in that range on 3rd down, oh boy, we'll win. But we can't turn around and be 3 for 16 on 3rd down our damn self. That's the big thing.
No, we got
now offensively, old man. Offensively, you said we had to play a perfect game offensively. Now that I might agree with.
Yeah, well, it encompassed the whole thing: offense, defense. Because, I mean, you know, the defensive line's got to fill their gaps. We got to stop the run, and we got to make Mildew stand in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, here's the big thing. I mean, you cannot, you know the term cheaper deep. That is Jalen Milroe encompassed. You want to make him throw across the middle because he has a tendency to throw to underneath the fender. So it's going to probably be a lot of quarters and cover 3 in this game, trying to force him to make throws over the middle.
Yes.
And over to the sideline and all that stuff. The thing that I'm worried about is they've got their groove going offensively. They got a good stable of backs. They don't have a superstar, and that usually works out well for us when they have a Brian Robinson. We can usually shut them down. Big mismatch for us is Jalen McLeod on Caden Proctor. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Because Caden Proctor is a young guy. He has some issues in pass pro, in space.
That's the right tackle, right? That's a freshman, the right tackle. Left tackle.
J.C. Latham's one of the best right tackles in the country.
Now Latham, they've been hyping him up pretty good here lately.
Yeah. Well, it's getting up on draft time. You know, you got to give them that Bama ball.
Yeah, they already pumped that. They already pumped that Bama, and then they get to the NFL, and after their first contract, they're looking for a new team.
Yeah, like Cam Robinson, that didn't work out. Evan Neal, that ain't working out.
Cam Robinson was serviceable at best. Evan Neal is terrible.
Yep.
Jedrick Willis is just a guy. DJ Fluker was terrible. Chance Warmack was terrible.
Oh God. Quandro.
Yeah, terrible. Willis and there's another one. The one for Cincinnati and the one for Cleveland, they
Jonah
just guys.
Williams.
Yeah, Jonah Williams and Jedrick Willis, those are just guys. They won't be on their respective teams come their second contract. And if they do, it's gonna be at a highly reduced rate.
Yep.
But
I agree with that.
yeah, I think inside Marcus Harris, we need him to win. And if we can get Milroe flushed up the middle to make him go out, I like McLeod and Caleb and Asante on the edges. Keeping him intact. Keeping him under wraps.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very important, man. We got to make him do something with the ball, bro. And, as long as we don't give up nothing deep, nothing deep, cheap and deep. I don't. If he just, if he just makes a hell of a throw, and the boy just catches the ball, makes a play, I'm cool with that. But I don't want to see nobody 10, 15 yards away from everybody else because of busted coverage. Which we hadn't really had a whole lot of that this year, and I'm glad. Man, they don't have, like Bubba said, ain't no superstars over there. Ain't no Tua, ain't no Bryce Young.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Henry.
Ain't no Derrick Henry, Mark. Ain't no Eddie Lacy, Mark Ingram.
Julio.
Ain't no Trent. Ain't no Julio, Amari Cooper, Judy, Ruggs, Devontae. Ain't no Irv Smith. Ain't no OJ Howard. It ain't 5 All-Americans or first team All-SEC. It ain't none of that.
They don't even have Mac Jones.
I think they got serviceable at best.
They got they got regular talent as far as regular 4-star. They got regular 4-star talent offensively, if you ask me.
Yes.
But their defense.
Nothing more impressive. Now that defense is starting to come alive on another level. Them boys are starting.
That defense goes as Dallas Turner goes.
Yeah, they got some dogs.
Yeah, Dallas Turner. Yeah, he ain't got but like 6.5. He ain't got like no hell of a lot of sacks. He played 11.
Right, but
he going to 12 games.
Pressures, man. You got to look at how much he's getting in the backfield, making the quarterback get rid of the ball quick.
Caleb Downs is on another level, man. It is his film.
Caleb Downs, that boy, a true straight out of high school. If he doing grown men, if he doing half grown men like this, I hate to see what he was doing to them little boys at high school last year.
Man, that's Minka Fitzpatrick made over right there. There's not much better film in America than that right there, dude.
That boy there is excelente. That Caleb Downs is a player. Do you hear me, boy? He is a player. Man, Kool-Aid, all right. I ain't real high.
Kool-Aid's on another level too, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember a couple, 1 or 2 years ago, where Kool-Aid his best defense was pass interference.
A big thing to watch.
And that was a lot. That was a lot last year too.
Yeah, especially last year.
When they wanted something, when they really wanted something, go find Kool-Aid. He'll give you 15.
Yeah,
he'll grab you.
Yeah,
he's gonna grab you.
Something to watch will be.
He's not in the top 5 as far as like defensive players for Alabama.
But the problem is with that, our passing game make everybody look like Deion something.
Right. Nope. No separation from the receivers.
When they do get separation, we
drop
them. Peyton Thorne.
Yeah, when we do hit them, they drop.
Right.
That Tyler Fromm drop was one of the most embarrassing drops I've ever seen in my life. It wouldn't have counted anyway. It hit him.
But he could have caught it.
Man, the Jay Fair overthrow against A&M.
He overthrew again before half.
I still ain't over that one.
I don't know how he missed that. I could have made that throw. I could.
Bro, I'm talking about the man. The man was just so open. It didn't make no sense.
That was the game right there. I was like, just pack him up and send his butt back to Michigan State.
When we came out the bye week, I was ready for bye. When we came out that bye week, I was ready to shoot Robbie back there. Just turn over to Robbie.
Yeah. I will live and die with Robbie's athleticism over Peyton Thorne's arm any day.
Right,
I already know Robbie might throw it straight in the ground or right to the other team, but I know he's gonna get loose for a buck 10, a buck 20 every game.
Yes, sir.
He gonna get loose
last year.
He gonna get loose, and if he get hot in that passing game early, if you get him going early and get his confidence, he can do something. He can get dangerous.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man.
And I don't think he was ever really given that the full opportunity.
I
But I
don't
mean, that's
either.
neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. All I know is I don't think nobody in that quarterback room will be the starter next year. That man
100%.
gonna live. That man gonna live and die with Walker White.
As
I
he
hope
should.
so. I hope he
He
sees
gonna live.
something in him.
Here's
He
the
As
gonna
he
thing,
live and die
though.
with Walker White.
We're getting a transfer quarterback. We're definitely getting a transfer.
We probably, I
I
mean,
don't
we just gotta
understand
see
why
what's.
though. I just don't
We gotta see
understand
what's
why we
out
would
there.
go out there and get another transfer quarterback
Well,
when
there's
Well,
gonna
because
be a few.
you just don't want, you just don't, you might not just want to go out there with a true freshman at quarterback if you don't have to.
But if he
but
I
wins the
don't
mean,
job, he
I
wins
uh
the
don't,
job,
but
right?
this is my thing. Don't get a transfer quarterback that you expecting to start for 1 to 2 years, and then that just pushes Walker White back even further. So why not go ahead? Don't bring nobody
but
in where you know that's gonna beat him. That's my only issue with that.
but
Well,
now if
I
you bring a
say,
guy in, I think if they bring a guy in from the portal, that guy coming in knowing he got one good season. Because after
Yeah.
that, this thing going to Walker White.
yeah,
I think, in my opinion, if they bring a guy in, from everything I'm reading, Grayson McCall has buttoned up everything he needed to transfer to a
he
SEC.
better have. He's 7 years in
There
college.
it
That's
is
why
right
he
there.
graduated.
There it is right there. Grayson McCall gonna be the quarterback next year. He shouldn't have too much more eligibility left.
One more
He
year.
And
should have
one.
none.
And Grayson McCall gonna be the quarterback next year, and he gonna walk right off, and Walker White gonna walk into the spring as the starter.
There's gonna be a few of those guys. Him, Michael Pratt, Riley Leonard is rumored, but a lot of people don't think he's gonna leave Duke.
Will
Don't forget
Rogers.
about Will
Will
Rogers.
Rogers.
Yeah.
I like to see Will Rogers myself.
Here's the thing: if you want a guy who's going to attract receivers, why not get a guy who's second all time in SEC passing yards? Why not get that dude? I know he can't run. He runs about as slow as Toney does, but second all time in SEC passing yards.
I run you over.
I'll see you in Oklahoma, Drew. I still got to get my ones.
Yeah, I don't think you want that, bro.
But, there's
You
going to
know,
be a lot of
you
options out
can't
there, man.
come
You
out
got a lot of
there
options.
come out there with them glasses on looking like Lucas. You gonna do nothing.
You got to have one of these every time I come on here.
Oh my goodness! No, he took it back.
Oh,
Man. He took it
oh
back.
man, he come out there looking like old Lucas.
He taking it back. Oh my goodness! Oh,
Oh, I wasn't ready.
these
I
millennials
wasn't
don't know
ready.
what you're talking about,
They
Tony.
don't know about that Lucas old man. They don't
No,
know
they
about that.
don't.
That's a classic, baby. That's a classic, baby.
Oh my goodness!
But yeah, man, we definitely need to. I think the defense is going to more so feed off of the offense. If the offense can get anything going early,
Yes, sir.
and the defense can slow, and if the defense can just keep Bama at a snail's pace, if we can I think I said it against Georgia. So if we can just get a small lead and let the crowd take over,
Yep.
we can make some things shake. We
Well,
can beat these suckers Saturday, man. Tomorrow. No, I mean not tomorrow. Oh, today. What's the day? Friday or
Tomorrow.
Thursday? I done lost
today's
it.
Friday,
Oh,
big
Tomorrow.
boy.
the game tomorrow. The game Friday, baby. Friday night fever.
Heck
C&T
yeah!
Talking Tiger with Bubba and the man. Talking about game 12, the Iron Bowl, the biggest game of the season. I
Yep.
Yes,
said
sir.
it first episode. I said it then, and I'm gonna say it again now. You're coming to Auburn on the plains, Jordan Howe, Lee County, and we finna put some foots in you. We're putting
Yep.
foots in them tomorrow. We
Uh,
gonna win.
well,
We
see,
gonna win tomorrow. We're gonna win 24 to 21.
hey,
My
no,
boy
no.
Alex Mack gonna kick the game-winning field goal.
Man, I'm
We
hoping.
gonna beat Alabama 20-17. I take it back, 20-17. We gonna win.
We can't do that because I got 3-4 on the board. I need it to be 23-14.
Oh, you gonna be out of luck tomorrow.
I need it to end in 3-4.
I wanted to
What's
end at
y'all?
three
What?
and four too. So if it ended 3-4, I'm sure I'm gonna tell Courtney, hey, take the old man, ask him to borrow $20.
I
I,
got you,
I
man. I got you.
I know
I
you.
got
I
you
know
if it
you got
don't.
it. He
I
said,
got you if it don't end in
I
3-4.
know. All right, that's even better, baby, because I'll skin folk, ain't kin folk.
So what's y'all prediction?
Uh,
I've had this number in my head for a while. I've had two different numbers, and they're both with Alabama winning the game, unfortunately. I got one that's 24-13 Bama, and I got one that's 30-13 Bama. And I
Mm,
think both of them will be close, and Alabama pulls away late. I just don't know if we can score with them. That's the big thing. I don't know how long we can expect the defense to hold up if we can't pick up first downs. I don't know how much our defense can hold up if we can't throw the ball at all. If Alabama beats
very
us by
true.
5 minutes in time of possession. Like I always say, the three keys to victory: time of possession, third down, turnover margin. Now, the keys to victory will be if we can force three turnovers and we do not turn the ball over, I think we have a great shot because I don't think they have an elite tailback. I think they have two very good running backs, two guys who will play in the pros, but
Yeah.
neither of them are elite. And I do think that we can find a way to maybe not stop and completely shut down Jalen Milroe, but maybe contain him enough on the ground to win us this football game.
all right. In this game, and New Mexico State aside,
Oh, that had nothing to do with my New
uh,
Mexico State means nothing to
if
this
you
game.
look back at every team that's beat Auburn this year, they've had one of them guys on their team. Georgia had Brock Bowers. Ole Miss, their tight end.
They had Trey Harris, the receiver.
Okay.
And
They,
Quinshawn
Quinshon
Junkin.
Judkins. They got Jackson
yeah,
Dart. They got a lot of
Jackson
dudes.
Dart.
they had those guys, just those dudes you knew were going to play on Sunday and are going to be
Yep,
really
Malik.
good.
Yep, Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors, yeah.
I
And
don't
Brian Thomas.
I don't see those dudes on Bama. I
I
don't.
don't either,
This
old
year
man.
I
I don't
don't.
either.
Ain't none of them
But with all that being said, Bama out talents us across the board.
everywhere.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
But what our defense has done this year, game in and game out, has gotten the ball and given it to our offense every game.
Except one.
I'm
Right.
with Bubba. We turn the ball over. We get anywhere between 2 to 3 turnovers. I'm thinking it's going to be close, but I'm thinking it's going to be 24-20 Bama.
But here's the big thing. Just like Eric
Mm.
Bieniemy has said, give yourself a chance to have a chance. That is the key. That should be on every wall in that locker room. Give yourself a chance to have a chance. That's the goal.
All right. So we got 24-20 Bama, and we got Tony. You said 21-17.
Yeah, I got 20. I got 20-17. This sound more dramatic. 20-17.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And
30
then
nothing.
My boy Alex Mack with the game winning field goal like that thing. You know, he ain't missed a kick all year. My boy Alex Mack. I've been calling on that boy since last year.
Never missed a kick.
I
we need
That
know.
was his
Alex Mack to
first
come
kick.
on the
Ain't
show
missed
because
one
we show
since.
him. We always show him love on this show. We need him to
I've
come
Man.
on.
been wanting. I wanted him to take over for Andrews last year. 'Cause Andrews was missing a kick or two every game last year.
Man.
Yeah.
Speaking them facts, I remember you calling for him last year.
Yeah.
I was like, why we just won't take him out and put Alex Mack in? 'Cause I'd much rather just go and get the growing pains out with a true freshman than a boy who been here 4-5 years and still missing every damn thing.
He's been automatic, man. It's great to have a great kicker again. We always have a great kicker.
Yeah.
And shout out to our opponent, Oscar Chapman. Oscar does a great job.
Best kicker,
We
best
hadn't had
punter
a
in the country.
we ain't had a punt ran back all season. I haven't even felt a threat of somebody returning a punt on us for a touchdown. So Oscar does a great job every week. He probably gets too many opportunities if you ask me, but our special teams coach and our special teams has been vastly underrated this year. They have done a great job. The kicker, the punter, the return game, because Petit does a great job on kickoffs, and And Jaden does a great job on no Keontae. Keontae does a great job on punt
Punt
return.
return. Yep.
All right.
So Courtney, what you got, Court?
All right. So if Bam is Jalen Milrow, is he starts to run and he my thing about because I seen Jalen Milrow up close and personal a few weeks ago. I had invited him to see him. And the thing about Milrow is if he gets a big play or if he gets somebody wide open, it's over. And if he
Yeah.
gets wide open room, it's also a dangerous thing.
Yeah. It
Right.
ain't 25 yards. It's 80.
Yeah, you
Facts.
know, is he thrives on big plays and big runs.
Yep.
If you can limit big plays and big runs, this game will be up for the taking.
Yep.
If you don't, this game will get out of hand very quickly.
Yes, sir.
That being said, y'all two sticking together saying Alabama gonna pull it off close. Well, I'm sticking with my man Tony.
There
I'm
you
sticking,
Damn
go.
right.
I'm sticking with my we sticking together on this one. All right.
Always bet on black, baby.
Is Tony going
It is
2017?
Black Friday.
Is Tony going 2017? I'm gonna say it's gonna be lower than that, Tony. I'm gonna go 13-10 with a game in the field.
I love a good defensive slugfest, man. That's my type
Hey,
of
them
game.
Iron Bowl, man. They could very well be happening like that. You know what? I would just love for it to just hold down raining tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that plays in our hand perfectly.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy, if it just came as the old folks, if it just came a storm, I would
Yes,
be so
sir.
happy.
Yes,
I would
sir.
be so happy.
Cause they don't
Man.
play
Cause
well in
boy,
the rain.
cause I do. It's hard to remember losing a ugly weather Iron Bowl game.
I
Yeah.
can't remember one.
I remember winning an ugly weather Iron Bowl because we had the better field goal kicker.
I
Uh,
remember. I remember going to Tuscaloosa with no Running Brown and no Cadillac and having to get a
no
ball to
Pittman.
Trey Smith.
Trey
Yes,
Smith, yeah.
sir.
Trey Smith, yep.
Shit, and Trey
Underrated
Smith
running
went in
backs in
there and
Auburn
got
history.
and got and
Mhm.
got down, boy. That boy went in there. It was cold, man. It was cold and it was ugly raining too, boy.
Yes, sir.
He
That boy
ran
went
that
up there and
ball.
did his thing. He went up there and did his thing that day, boy. He became an Auburn legend that day.
Woo.
That
Don't
Still
running back
expect
room
talked
was
about
so
to this
stacked.
day.
We
don't
got some
expect
I'm
rain
solid
trying to
tomorrow,
tell you.
receivers,
guys.
man.
It's gonna be
Nah, it's gonna be nice
60,
and warm after tomorrow.
64 degrees, partly
It's
cloudy.
gonna be a
Hey,
perfect
Courtney, you need to
football
be
day.
praying tonight, bro.
Huh?
Pray for some rain tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm
I
afraid.
pray.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
afraid
be
that that come
praying
in
no matter
December.
what.
Yeah.
Go on,
Lord,
go on, go on, go on, hit your boy Jesus up in the DM, Courtney. And we know you got him. We know you got him on Instagram. So
I'm gonna be praying too, Courtney. Lord, please, I'm gonna be
We should
around
all
nothing but Alabama fans tomorrow. Please sign
we should
some.
have all went on a fast today. We should have just not. We should have went on a fast and this and not ate until tomorrow morning.
yeah, and then leave a note next to everybody just in case we pass out. Do not call 911.
Yep.
Call Pizza Hut or Papa John's. They
Papa
just
John.
hungry. Ain't no,
Right.
Yep.
There you go. There
ain't
you
no
Hey,
go.
wrong with them. They just hungry.
we did hungry. All right. Well, so hey,
That's it.
the folks that's watching, what's y'all score prediction? I know Cam just put his, and I'm gonna show it on the screen. Cam said 24-21 Auburn.
I'd love to see that.
All
Where's
right.
our guy Ron at?
Yo, where's Ron at? And then we had another a first timer come in here. Mr. Johnson here. If they play Robbie at 85%, we'll run with them. With PT, we done, fam.
Mm, That's
Here's
that's
the
tough.
thing.
That's
I
tough.
think PT can keep us in the game. I don't think he can do enough to win us the game.
Yeah.
He did it against Georgia. He kept us in the game, but at the end of the game, he can't make nothing happen. He can't improvise.
I'm sorry, I got to keep doing that, y'all. I got an infection in my eye.
Oh, man, you good. You good.
Bubba, stop kissing in your dad's
Man,
Well-
we ain't that white. We ain't that white.
Well, it's at least it's not pink eye.
Well, we know where that come from.
Right. It ain't pink eye, no man. It's something to do with my contacts, man. I guess I had a dirty hand or something, got a little infection in there, but we gonna be good enough to watch this game tomorrow and pray for
Hey,
that
you don't need.
W so I can shut all my family up.
Yeah, man, that'll be great, man. We need this one, man, just to not have to depend on the bowl game to have a winning
Right.
season, man. You know.
Right.
And we know how we do in bowl games. It ain't usually good.
You know what I'm saying? We stack it up,
Yeah.
man, whether it's Harshin or Gus. But hopefully we don't have, man, if we can pull this one out, this will brighten up the season. We can end it on a good note. And we can go into the bowl game with some momentum. 'Cause I think, man, I think we're gonna, I think we're gonna have a good signing day. You know what I'm saying? We should have a
Oh
top
yeah.
Top 10
10.
class.
Top
Yeah.
10.
We should have a top 10, no less than a 12. But we should definitely have a top 10 class. And I like to have some momentum going into that bowl game. With a bowl game, we ain't just out there farting around. We really got there going out there trying to win something, man. It'll be 8-5 sounds a lot better than 7-6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
does.
there's a big perception difference between 8-5 and 7-6 for sure.
Very.
Major difference between 8-5 and 6-7.
100%.
Facts.
100%.
Facts.
People look at it
Facts.
completely different.
And
Totally, man. Totally.
And I
and we
pray
got
we
some
don't.
dogs in that recruiting class that
Thanks,
people ain't
man.
even paying
That's
no
some real
attention
guys.
to.
Watch out for Malik Blockton. That dude can play.
And
Oh, yeah. Heck
what's
yeah.
his name? DeAndre Barber from Trussville.
Oh, DJ Barber is a. Oh, he's,
Oh, yeah.
that kid is a beast, man. That is your prototypical linebacker.
Mike linebacker right there. He's gonna come
Man, look.
downhill.
We're gonna flank him with the boy from Booker T and the other boy from Clan.
Yep.
Come on with it.
Don't forget about
I'm,
DeMarcus.
The market.
I'm ready for them, boy.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
Yeah, he
KJ
gonna be
Cole
on.
might be out the flip.
That's what I'm talking about. The Margarita, that's the one from Clan, ain't it?
I thought
Hey.
you was talking about
Hey, and everybody,
Jamonte.
my nephew's teammate, Amon Lane Gaddis. Is Gaddis?
Gaines.
Oh
Gaddis.
yeah, Armand Lane. Yeah, I like Armand
That's a
Lane.
shooting
He's
star,
playing
man.
tonight. He all the restrictions lifted off of him tonight. He gonna play the full game.
Man, him, Jalen
Yeah, I
Crawford
like
on the
him.
outside, Joe Phillips and Monte Waller on the edges. Got killed
Yeah,
at
Joe
Florida 3
Phillips.
Tech.
We got some
Ooh.
O-line help coming from California. We ain't ever. I don't know if
DeAndre
we
Yeah.
ever had a California offensive lineman.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Man,
I
Dre
can't
Carter,
remember one.
baby Cohen Eccles. That dude can play too. Have him with Connor Lew on the inside.
I
Have,
just know, man.
Fabian Edwin.
I just know the recruiting is gonna come. I know that part, but I sure like to get these results on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to get it on the field, man, because it doesn't matter.
That's where the infection
Jimbo.
came from, right there.
Huh? That's it.
Oh, y'all, you talking about my little buddy here?
Yeah, that's where the infection came from, right there, licking
This
you
my
out of your
nugget
face while
right
you.
here.
He was licking you in your eye while you was asleep.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. This is my buddy right here.
He's a crackhead.
You notice he calmed down when he got over here with Daddy.
Yeah. Yo, Bubba, we ain't gonna talk about what Bubba be trying to do to him.
Oh Lord.
Again, man,
Don't
I'm
get
not
Bubba
that
locked
white.
up. Don't get Bubba locked up on here now. This is a public. This is
I
a
couldn't
public
make it in
channel.
prison, Tony. I can't make it in prison.
This is a
Bubba.
public channel. We cannot.
Hey, man,
get Bubba locked up.
We sure appreciate you guys following in with us tonight, man. It was
Yeah.
an honor and a privilege to rock it around with y'all.
Anytime, man.
Man,
We
Yeah.
love it.
we're
We
going to
love
just
it.
show up
Hey.
sometimes, man. Y'all don't even know
Hey,
we're
man,
here.
if we beat these boys, man, we might have to bring y'all back next week.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
man, just hit me up. Just hit me up. I'll get it set up. We're always going to be on y'all's lives, commenting 100 times.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man.
We appreciate the support. We appreciate, man, y'all just taking out the time. Like Tony said, y'all can be anywhere in the world. Y'all can be doing anything.
Anywhere in the world.
Right. And y'all took the time out to come on with and be with us. So we appreciate it.
Man, you
And-
Hey, man, we
gotta
appreciate
be there for kin folks, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Cam Bell, we appreciate you. My boy Ron, we appreciate you. Our new guy with the long name. Not Keon, we got another dude.
Yeah, his name is last name Johnson Senior.
There you go. My boy.
He's on.
Kazan Jaheed Johnson Sr. We appreciate you, KJJ. We appreciate our boy Keon, everybody who tuned in, who's been rocking with us, who just started rocking with us. Keep coming with us, man. Hopefully one day we'll be somebody big and we'll act like we'll never knew
We
y'all when we
already.
make
This is
That's how you gotta do it.
this is every week. This is every week that we do this every week.
it. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing, man. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
always say, like Courtney said before, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate it. And if nothing else, like I always say, in the quote of the great Russell Simmons, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. And whoa.
Oh,
Eagles.
Eagle.
Hey.
Hey. All
Hey.
right. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Boy, damn.